Fellow gardeners, let's talk straight. Every one of us has had that moment of standing in the garden, hands on hips, wondering why our plants look tired, why the soil feels lifeless, or why those lush visions we had in our minds don't quite match reality. Here's the truth. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner planting your very first tomato or a seasoned grower with years of soil under your nails. Your garden always has room for a boost. And the best part? That boost doesn't require expensive gadgets or complicated formulas. Today on Soilsage Chronicles, I want to share 3 simple but powerful steps you can do right now to transform your garden into the thriving, productive paradise you've been dreaming about. Think of these as the gardener's reset button, actions that nourish your soil, strengthen your plants, and set you up for season-long success. Let's dig in. If there's one universal gardening truth, it's this: healthy soil equals healthy plants. And yet this is the step most gardeners overlook. Maybe you've been adding water, fertilizer, or even store-bought plant food, but if your soil is starving, your plants can't thrive. The quickest and most effective way to supercharge your garden is to feed your soil organic matter. I'm talking compost, well-rotted manure, leaf mold, or even kitchen scraps if they've been properly broken down. Organic matter isn't just food for plants, it's life support for the entire underground ecosystem of microbes, fungi, and beneficial insects that keep your garden balanced. Here's what happens when you add organic matter. Improved soil structure. Sandy soil holds water longer, clay soil loosens up, and roots can stretch deeper. Nutrient boost. Organic matter releases slow, steady nutrition that's far better than the quick jolt and quick crash from synthetic fertilizers. Water retention. A compost-rich bed acts like a sponge, holding moisture in dry times while still draining well during heavy rains. And you don't need to overcomplicate it. If you have compost ready, top-dress your garden beds with a thick, generous layer. 2 to 3 inches is ideal. If your compost pile is still cooking, rake up those fallen leaves, shred them if possible, and spread them around your plants as mulch. Even in their raw state, leaves slowly decompose and enrich your soil. Every time you feed your soil, you're not just gardening for today, you're setting up a foundation that will keep on giving for seasons to come. Let's talk mulch. Too many gardeners treat mulching as an afterthought, but let me tell you, it's one of the most underrated tools you can use to give your garden an instant boost. When you lay down a thick, protective blanket of mulch, you're doing more than just making your garden look tidy. You're creating a living shield for your soil. Here's what mulch does for you. Moisture lock. It prevents precious water from evaporating under the sun, which means less stress on your plants and less watering for you. Weed control. Mulch starves weeds of sunlight, saving you hours of backbreaking work. Temperature balance. It keeps your soil cooler on hot days and warmer on cool nights, creating a stable, cozy environment for roots. Soil enrichment. If you use organic mulch like straw, leaves, grass clippings, or wood chips, it will eventually break down and feed your soil, layering the benefits year after year. Now let me be real with you. Not all mulch is created equal. Black plastic or synthetic sheets may keep weeds down, but they don't nourish your soil. If you want your garden to thrive long-term, stick with organic mulch. My personal favorite? A mix of shredded leaves and straw. It's free, abundant, and breaks down beautifully. Spread mulch about 3 inches thick around your plants, but keep it pulled back an inch or 2 from the stems to prevent rot. Within days you'll notice your soil holding more moisture, your weeds giving up the fight, and your plants growing with renewed vigor. Mulching is one of those rare gardening jobs where you get instant results and long-term payoff. Don't skip it. We've fed the soil and we've protected it, but now it's time to give your plants the energy boost they crave. This doesn't mean drowning them in chemical fertilizers. It means finding natural, steady ways to keep them thriving. Think of your plants like athletes. They don't need one massive feast once a month. They need balanced, consistent nourishment to keep performing their best. And, nature has given us some incredible ways to do just that. Here are 3 natural plant feeds I swear by. Compost tea. This is like a vitamin drink for your plants. Just steep a bag of finished compost in a bucket of water for about 24 hours, then water your plants with it. It provides a quick boost of nutrients and a dose of beneficial microbes that improve plant health from the root up. Worm castings. If compost is the gold of gardening, worm castings are pure diamonds. They're packed with slow-release nutrients, improve soil structure, and even help plants resist pests and diseases. A handful mixed into the base of each plant can really work wonders. Homemade fertilizers. Don't underestimate the power of simple natural fertilizers you can make right at home. Banana peel tea for potassium, crushed eggshells for calcium, and diluted seaweed solution for trace minerals are all great budget-friendly ways to give your garden a steady energy boost. The key here is consistency. Instead of overwhelming your plants with one giant feed, give them smaller, regular doses throughout the growing season. This keeps them strong, resilient, and productive. Now you might be wondering, why these 3 steps? Couldn't I just do one? Sure, each of them, feeding the soil, mulching, and natural plant feeding, will improve your garden on its own, but when you combine them, that's when the magic really happens. Here's the synergy. The organic matter feeds the soil and builds a healthy foundation. The mulch locks in that goodness, protects the soil life, and prevents stress. The natural feeds give your plants the steady nutrition they need to flourish. It's like giving your garden the perfect trio of diet, shelter, and daily vitamins. Together, they create a thriving ecosystem where plants grow faster, yield more, and resist pests and diseases naturally. Here's the best part: these steps don't require fancy tools, expensive products, or years of gardening experience. They're simple, time-tested practices that gardeners around the world have been using for centuries, and they work. So if you've been feeling stuck, frustrated, or just plain overwhelmed by your garden, I invite you to pause, take a breath, and try these 3 steps. Feed your soil, mulch generously, and nourish your plants naturally. Do this, and I promise you'll see your garden wake up with new energy and purpose. Gardening isn't about chasing perfection. It's about creating a living, breathing space where soil, plants, and people can thrive together. By doing these 3 simple things now, you're not just boosting your garden, you're investing in its future. If you found this guide helpful, I'd love for you to join the Soilsage Chronicles community. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube, share this with a fellow gardener, and let's grow something amazing together. Because at the end of the day, the joy of gardening is better when it's shared. Until next time, keep your hands dirty and your harvests abundant.